We're doing well. I want to go over Artemis. We just went out and allegedly took a trip around the moon. First time we've been there since the early 1970s, and we've been really putting a lot of good people to work at NASA to make this historical trip. And I'm just going to go in as an everyday person that wants to find some information about this and search the internet and find the amazing videos and photographs and all the amazing information that we brought back. And so this is NASA. You look at Artemis 1. This is the photographs. Check this out. You got Snoopy here. Got yourself, here's a capsule. There's a bird. Okay, you think there would be just hundreds and hundreds of photographs, videos from launch through outer space, different shutters exposure where you can see the stars, the moon lined up behind the sun, and the earth and the sun and the moon, and all the stars in the background, like what we see from these photographs from Hubble and all these other amazing cartoons we get from the that new web fake pictures of the solar system and all this. But this is what we get, right? Orion gazes at moon before he returned to Earth. So this is what we get. We get like a couple snapshots of these just idiotic pictures. So is this like, was there maybe a bracket that was catching this, and you got these little thrusters, if you can see over here, these big thrusters, and there must have been exterior cameras. So if there's an exterior camera to take this, why isn't there video? They could have mounted some GoPros on there. They could have made this so much better and actually taken some pictures. But literally, if you look it up, I challenge you, look it up, and you're going to find these goofy pictures, like one after another, like this right here. This is just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And then check this out. I'm gonna go through. Let's take a little picture of this. Print screen. We'll go to Photoshop. Okay, now we're in Photoshop. Let's see what we can do with this picture here. Is take the exposure and put the exposure up and see what it looks like. Okay, that does not appear to be real. You can see the outlines, very strange. There's no stars. You'd think there would be stars. There should be stars in this area. There should be thousands of stars. So there should be light in this area. So when you bring the exposure up, it should bring that in, but it's just dark, 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 dark. It's very fake looking. And is that the moon? Yeah, that's the moon, I guess, in the background, thrown in there. Okay, look at that. Look at the picture up here of me with real colors, because when the exposure comes up, it washes out the whole thing. This is so fake looking. Okay, so let's go back in to our NASA pictures. Check this out. Kind of roll through here. I mean, this is what we get. This is what we get. You gotta get the rocket. Look at this picture of Earth here. Let's look at this in Photoshop. Here it is. Let's bring the exposure up on this one. Wow, that looks real. Okay. They say this is the first time they took a picture of Earth since 1972. I'll show you that in a second. I mean, just look at how fake this is. Isn't that amazing? That is not real. Okay, this is a real nightscape with the moon. Bring the exposure up. Kind of washes everything out like you would expect. Right? Isn't that a trip? So they're fake. Here's another picture. Some, I don't know, some satellite or something. That's one of their pictures. Watch this. Bring the exposure up. The outlines. I mean, it's a cartoon. Look at how goofy that is. I mean, come on. Look at that. Is that real? Is that a real photograph? Or being overexposed? Really? That's all the way up. Isn't that a trip? So they're fake. These are from NASA. Okay, one more time. Let's look at, this is Earth, right? This is from NASA. Bring the exposure up. There should be stars. There should be stars all through the sky. So all of that should wash out because there should be light all through that sky. But look at that. Look at that. Isn't that amazing how fake that is? Because they just superimpose a computer graphic image, computer generated image of what they think you would think Earth looks like. And that doesn't even look like a picture of Earth because usually that's a blue and you can see different colors in all the other computer images they make of Earth. Okay. Now let's look at some videos. Look at Artemis 1 videos. Imagery of Earth from Orion. Right? So I'm just looking through the internet here, looking through NASA's websites. Like, I want to see what happened with this Artemis moon mission. And this is Orion. This is November 16th, 2022. Check this out. This is amazing. Look at this cartoon. Okay, get you all hyped up. That's what we're doing.
Of the Orion spacecraft.
Look at this.
You also see
some of the
auxiliary engines on Orion. There's 8 of those auxiliary engines located on the bottom of the European service module.
Right, these are all the auxiliary engines. That goofy picture you saw.
These are fixed at the bottom to.
It goes on for minutes. This is like 4 minutes later.
Camera is a solar array wing camera.
Solar array. She said it's a solar array wing camera.
That stick out
right? So they have the capability of taking photos and videos, and this is what they give us. And then they give you a cartoon. Look at, there's in North America, there's South America. Here's your cartoon, right? Isn't this so silly?
That you're seeing here on your
We're expected to just think this is real.
Shortly, the team will ensure.
I mean, can you believe it?
Its journey towards the moon, now over 9 hours.
Way uphill, as well as
okay, here's a guy
that will come off.
explaining
after we get
the cartoon.
All the propellant in that giant core stage,
he's just like, look, believe us.
It will drop away.
We're lying through our teeth, but here's our cartoon, and this is what we're telling you we're doing.
ICPS. It's going to make its first maneuver to raise
so amazing. Look at the thrusters.
Around the Earth, really put us. And while we
okay, this is what we're going to do. We got some crazy visuals.
Off the lunar surface. And we call it retrograde as the moon is heading in that direction.
Now check this out. 28 minutes. They actually say, look at this. I'm going to show you something. Let's see what she says.
There on your screen, our first Earth views. This view of Earth captured from a human-rated spacecraft not seen since 1972 during the final Apollo mission some 50 years ago. The views of our blue marble in the blackness of space now capturing the imagination of a new generation, the Artemis generation.
Do you hear what she said? She's not lying. catching the imagination of a new generation. And that's what SpaceX is. It's the fakery of outer space and space travel being reinvented. So it's cool. So they got new spacesuits and Elon Musk, and they're shooting Teslas out there. And it's capturing the imagination because it's a lie. So look at this. This is the Earth. Why is it not moving? Why is this not spinning? This is a video.
Orion looking back at Earth as it travels toward the moon 57,000 miles away from the place we call home.
Wow. Why are there no stars? Why doesn't it move? Why doesn't the Earth or this rocket move, tilt, spin around? Look at these thrusters. Look at these thrusters. It's so goofy. Right? This is supposed to be a video. This is still playing, by the way. I'm not pausing it. They think that people are so dumb that they would just go along with this. What was that? Do you see that thing up in the corner?
And as we continue to marvel in this spectacular image here in Mission Control Houston, you have a great view of the Orbital Maneuvering System, or OMS engine, that main engine on the top left of your screen there, that was used an hour and 43 minutes ago to perform the OTC, or outbound trajectory correction maneuver, as well as a few of the auxiliary engines to perform the OTC, or outbound trajectory correction maneuver, as well as a few of the auxiliary engines. This spectacular image here in Mission Control Houston, you have a great view of the Orbital Maneuvering System, or OMS engine, that main engine on the top left of your screen there, that was used an hour and 43 minutes ago to perform the OTC, or outbound trajectory correction maneuver, as well as a few of the auxiliary engines on the bottom of the European service module, flanked by the solar array wing on the right portion, right above maneuver, as well as a few of the auxiliary engines on the bottom of the European service module, flanked by the solar array.
Are you seeing the CGI glitches? Oh my. Oh my.
Wing on the right portion, right above the Earth on your screen.
Amazing. So this is what we get. That is what we get. Oh, here's the stars. Why the moon? All right, so that's about it, I think. But go take a look for yourself. You know, this is what they give us. It's just complete and utter nonsense.
We are going. The history of this agency is marked with broken barriers, once viewed as impossible, with science fiction turned reality, with innovations that have spun industries all their own, and with demonstrations of peace for all humankind.
We soar in the skies of our home planet. We maintain a human presence just outside of gravity, and we touch points all across the solar system and beyond. We're going back to the moon, and this is why.
The moon is a treasure trove of science.
It holds opportunities for us to make discoveries about our home planet, about our sun,
And about our solar system.
The wealth of knowledge to be gleaned from the moon will inspire a new generation of thought and action.
Without fail, every major program and mission NASA has invested in has led to technologies and capabilities that have shaped our culture.
The breakthroughs of the Artemis era will define our generation and the generations to follow.
The tens of thousands of jobs associated with propelling us to the moon today are just the beginning of a lunar economy that will see hundreds of thousands of new jobs develop around the world.
This is not.
And it's really just sad that there's so many people that invest their careers, their lives to build this. It's basically a job program. The whole space agency is a job program. And these poor people, a lot of them think that they're out there, building satellites that are shooting in outer space, and they're flying around the moon with this moon rocket. And yet they don't actually think about it, because when you get the video and the actual photographs back from Artemis and they're all fake, and every cartoon you've ever seen of every satellite is all fake, and every cartoon of every planet you've ever seen are all fake, and they're all very clear to be fake, you have to look at it and say, hey, it's all fake. Why is it fake? I mean, just calling it what it is. So it's just time to stop buying this nonsense. So I'm going to stop there. Just wanted to kind of roll through and take a look for yourself. Just look up Artemis 1, amazing moon pictures, stars in the sky, and you're going to find about 10 pictures. And then you're going to find a bunch of goofy things that they're going to try to just kind of dazzle you with. Here's the stars. Why are the stars not in any pictures? Not one. So, all right. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. Just kind of wandering through this. I just wanted to kind of roll through and just, do a little quick investigation. And this is what the average person might do. And the average person would look at this and say, this is lame. It's fake. It's fake. So take care.